Hi everyone, this is Jake from the Imaging Water Show. We are live from RSNA 2022, and I'm with Morris Panner and A.J. Watson from Intelerad, and we're going to be talking about all things RSNA and Intelerad and the latest technologies coming out. Morris, A.J., welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, A.J. Watson, Chief Product Officer for Intelerad. We're really excited to have this conversation, excited to talk Intelerad Cloud and what we're up to.
Yeah, thanks, AJ. My name is Morris Panner, and I am president of Intelerad. Very lucky to work with AJ. A lot of what we want to talk about is what we're doing around product innovation, acquisitions, and where we're going in 2023.
Great. Well, I want to talk about those things too. So.
It's lining up.
So I can't believe that we're at RSNA again.
I know.
And it's been a long year for everyone, a full year, but it seems like an exceptionally full year for the folks at Intelerad. What were some of the highlights from this last year?
Yeah, so, look, we've made a couple of acquisitions that we're really pleased with, and Panner and LifeImage most notably. We've spent the whole past year really focused on continuing to develop and enhance our cloud offering. And so I think if you think about what we've accomplished in the year, we really encapsulate here in our messaging at RSNA. So it's really about Intelerad Cloud and piecing that together, having a flexible solution that we can meet our customers wherever they are in their cloud evolutionary journey. And then it's a continued focus for us with the Panner and LifeImage acquisitions on mammography and breast imaging. That continues to be a focus for us. And with LifeImage and expanding our image exchange, and we now are really proud to have the largest and most trusted image exchange of anyone. And so we're excited to push that forward.
I want to go a little deeper into the cloud angle now. Last week you had probably the biggest pre-RSNA announcement, which was the announcement of the Intelerad Cloud. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So we were very, very fortunate to be moving towards the cloud for a long time. It's really been part of the core evolution of what we've done. And we've really built smart technology that lets us optimize the use of the cloud. So Amazon and the Health Lake announcement that we made at Health last week really kind of summed up what we were trying to do, which is find infrastructure partners who can bring a lot to the table, and institutions are making those bets. And we want to be those kind of subject matter experts, that kind of workflow, intense focus on just patient care and imaging quality, and that's what we're able to do. And it's a pretty exciting announcement, and we are already active in a number of customers, so it's been a lot of fun.
Great, excellent.
Maybe one thing I'd add too as we think about that, so you mentioned Health Lake, and I think that's a great one. That's probably, if you think about it as a spectrum, the public cloud and being able to interface with Health Lake and what Amazon is doing, we're proud to be a launch partner for them. But also in our hybrid environment, so it's whether it's cloud infrastructure for IntelliPACS and our long-term archive, which we've vertically integrated with our PACS, whether it's hosting and being able to offer IntelliPACS in a hosted private cloud environment, we've spent a lot across. And so when we think about Intelerad Cloud, it is the being able to work with AWS and work with Health Lake. It's also in our private cloud environments. We also would be remiss not to mention that we're supportive of Azure and GCP. And so you see that the investments we're making are really focused on not just cloud. I think that's in some ways table stakes, and we're, our cloud bona fides, I think we're right up there with anyone. But it's really about supporting our customers to enable the best patient care in whatever cloud environment they may choose, no matter what investments they've already made on-prem in their existing infrastructure. And that's really, I think, what Intelerad Cloud is about, why we haven't labeled it something more specific. It is that stance that we're a cloud partner, period, whatever cloud or infrastructure investments you've already made or decided on.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. And I think right now we are partnering with customers in a way that is necessary, because right now there's a lot of choices and there are a lot of cost implications of what you're doing. And one of the things that we've gotten very good at is understanding how to tier everything so that you can get the optimal performance, again, in a lot of different environments with a lot of different types of partners. We have really developed a competence to do that I think differentiates us from anybody in the market. We have significant installations running in all three clouds right now, as well as our own cloud environment. It's pretty exciting.
It is.
So AJ, earlier you talked about the acquisitions, the Panner and A.J acquisition.
Yep.
And obviously those are part of a larger strategic plan. Tell me more about your, I guess, decision to make those acquisitions and the strategy around it.
Yeah. Well, we've made no bones about it. I mean, we have big ambitions in what we want to build, and it's to be the global leader in medical imaging is really the target that we're marching towards, and we continue to work toward that end. And so we'll do that. We'll do it through acquisitions. We do it through extensive investment in our organic development to continue to both product and engineering, along with our services teams, to continue to push our products forward. But I think what you've seen in the acquisitions is a commitment to the areas that I mentioned before. So with Panner, it's breast imaging and mammography, and continuing. We're in addition to that acquisition and the structured reporting, what that enables from a practice management side. We're also demoing at the show today and this week a keypad to continue to enable physicians and radiologists to be more efficient in their reading, right? And so we continue to have a high focus there, and that Panner acquisition is really an extension of that. And then on the life image side, I mentioned at the top, some of the stats that we've got. We think we'll see more than 180 million studies shared through our network in the year ahead, which is just a mind-boggling number when you really think about it. And so where we're focused there is taking really two great networks and bringing them together. So available today, any Ombra customer can exchange images with any life image customer. There's a small configuration that we deploy. It takes a handful of minutes, and so we've enabled that already. Within the next 6 to 9 months, you'll see us unify the cloud architectures so that every life image customer and every Ombra customer in the network can freely communicate and send images and studies back and forth. And at that point, we've got something really special.
And in the wrap of 2022, we'd really be remiss to not talk about something that happened that was pretty impactful for us, which is we brought on a new investor. So we brought on TA Associates. It's almost $400 million of additional capital. And I think to AJ's point, we are just getting started. And one of the things we're doing at RSNA, we grow both organically and inorganically. We're out there meeting with a ton of exciting new and innovative companies. And we are very much trying to get the best of the best inside the family. We're very lucky that HG and TA are very aligned on this. And we don't think there's really anybody else in the market who has the commitment of will and capital to transform what is a transforming market. And that is, I think for both of us, probably one of the funnest parts of our job is really when we have good ideas, putting them into action with our teams. And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
The global leader in medical imaging is a
global leader in medical imaging. That really says it all.
It's a big goal. So, AJ, we were talking about bringing in these acquisitions, and then also the organic product development, and that's kind of your realm on the product side, right?
It is.
What are the things you're doing to develop organically, and then also to bring together and tie together these various acquisitions?
Yeah, so I mean, you think about our product portfolio today, and it's changed a lot. And I think as folks that are familiar with Intelerad from years ago might not recognize it today, right? If you think about all the solutions that we've got really across the entire enterprise. And so if we think about it, it's helpful, I think, to take it into the 5 primary solutions that we think about. We think about workflow orchestration and the work list. We think about radiology. We think about cardiology. We think about our VNA, or Venue Nurture Archive, that sits across all of those practice areas. And then we think about image exchange and image enablement, which is taking those studies and images and pushing them out to the patient, to the referring physician, wherever it may need. And in each of those, we've, as you would imagine, have great teams that are working, tirelessly to continue to push those forward. I think thematically, in the year ahead, from a product perspective, we're really focused on kind of 3 primary things. So the first is extending the core functionality. So in each of those solution sets, there are meaningful steps forward. If it's in work list, really we're talking about enterprise scale, the complexity of the work that we're able to do the rules engine and the sophistication and the intelligence to present the right study to the right physician at the right place at the right time, and to do that repeatably and predictably. We continue to push that forward. We continue on the work list and orchestration side for self-service and administration. Again, the complexity of the enterprise is only increasing, and the size is only increasing. So we continue to make sure that it's all self-service rather than needing to have a PhD to configure some of these systems. And so we're really pleased with where Clario sits today, and we will continue to push that forward. On the radiology side, some of the things we've already talked about, it's mammography and breast imaging. We continue to push our viewers forward in advanced visualization and integrations there to continue to put that forward on the forefront. That's our zero footprint viewer, and we continue to make great strides there to bring increasing diagnostic functionality into our zero footprint viewer, and we do that on a persona by persona basis, so that someone like a technologist, we look at and think about everything they would need to have a complete zero footprint solution, and we continue to drive that forward. We've had great success and adoption there. I think more than 300,000 clinicians last month used our zero footprint viewer, which again, these numbers just become
very big numbers.
Big numbers very quickly, right? On the cardiology side, it's a different animal. I mean, it's something that we continue to drive forward. We're working very closely with some of our hospital partners to continue to enhance that offering. It's really around the analytics and driving the efficiency of those workflows, making sure that every component of that care continuum we have visibility, that if you're running the cardiology department, that you know what's going on in that department, you're able to move that forward. It's as much about the business case in that solution as it is about top of line quality of care, which we do extremely well. On the VNA side, that comes very closely tied with our PACS solution. So we've got a great cloud VNA. We continue to drive that forward. So we think about things like image lifecycle management, moving that forward with IOCM, or changes so that you can keep all of the data sets, and as Morris described, the different silos of data across the enterprise, that we can unify those, the different cloud providers where data might be housed, that we can bring it all under one roof.
Really optimize price and availability. It's all part of the equation.
That's right. It's all part of the equation. And then finally rounding out with image exchange. We really think that image exchange is increasingly table stakes, right? You've got to be able to get images where they need to go and share them across the enterprise. 100%. And so we continue to focus on that.
So we're about a month left to 2022.
Yes.
And a big wide open 2023.
So, it's funny. We just did that exact exercise. So as a company, one of the things we do is we sit back and we define our priorities. We go to our board. And one of the things that was really interesting is we said we are a software as a services company. We're fully a SaaS company. And we think we have amazing software. And so now what we are really dedicating 2023 to is that services side. And if you look at where our investment has been rolling, that's where we're really partnering with customers to make sure that they can use our technology in the best possible way. So if you wanted a tagline for 2023 for us, it's the year of the customer. It's even more than the year of the cloud. It's the year of the customer, and making sure that they have just an extraordinary experience. And that's something we put on a 3 bullet point slide. It's the same slide we put before our board. It's the same slide we put out our town hall. And it's the exact same takeaway we'd want our customers to have, is 2023, year of the customer.
I love that.
Yeah, it's where we are. I mean, it's what we're going to do.
I think it's well said. I mean, I think just to emphasize that there really is a focus on, and you see it not just in our customer success and support teams or professional services teams, though there's obviously huge investments going on there and there's a heavy emphasis there, but you really see it across the organization, from product teams that are pitching in and jumping in to support, to engineering and tuning our roadmap to make sure that the service tools are there. It really is a whole organization that's united around exceptional customer service and really making sure that our customers have an exceptional experience that matches the quality of the software, which is exceptional.
Yeah, that's been the irony for me watching us scale, is that what you get now, and this is the first great step, people say, we love the software, the rads love it. And then it's to be able to keep up with the extraordinary scale in healthcare. And we have been not surprised because we kind of had planned for it and committed to growing, but really excited by the opportunity to bring that to the same level and to make sure that customers understand what we're going to do and how we're going to partner with them, not just in 2023, but these are 10, 20-year decisions, and we're excited and honored every time somebody picks us.
Right. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, this was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And for everybody watching, thanks for tuning in. Happy Year of the Customer 2023. and check out what Morris and A.J. and their teams are doing in Intelerad. They're doing some really special stuff for the providers and patients out there.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
This was great. Thanks, A.J. That was fun.